This is my slideshow of Wasilla, Alaska. This is where Sarah Palin was mayor for 6 years before becoming governor. This photograph was taken coming into town from Anchorage. It's about 40 miles north of Alaska's biggest city. Wasilla, though, only has a population of about 8,500 people. It takes just about 6 minutes to drive from one end of town to the other. For most Alaskans, Wasilla is a place to get gas and pee before heading farther north to Denali or Fairbanks. This next picture is of downtown Wasilla. The whole place kind of has a frontier-like feel, or at least faux frontier. You read that Palin was the mayor of a small town, and you think of central squares and tree-lined sidewalks and neighbors who give pies to one another. Wasilla isn't that kind of place. It's more like Fort Worth without the glamorous bits, or Myrtle Beach without the college kids, or the beach. But Wasilla does have Mexican food, and as you see here, if you buy 10 acres, you get a free house. Wasilla is the last major town before Fairbanks, which is 315 miles farther north. So there's a lot of equipment available for rent here. Wasilla and Alaska in general is one of the few places left that box stores are pretty much welcome. This is a photograph of Target, and they're going to be opening this fall. Dairy Queen recently opened down the road in Palmer, and it was their best opening in history. Four-wheelers are just about everywhere in Wasilla. When you're driving down the highway, you'll see cars pulling trailers loaded with four-wheelers, not just 2 or 3, but sometimes 4. In the winter, those same trailers will have snow machines on them. This is Wasilla's public library. As mayor, Sarah Palin cut the budget for the town's museum and halted construction of a new library. She did, however, try to get books banned that had bad words in them. Oh, so this is a photograph of the north side of town. It's one of my favorite parts of Wasilla because you see this lineup of cabins and outbuildings and sheds. Wasilla has basically no zoning, and the people there like it that way. Alaska is not the kind of place that people move in order to be told what to do by the government, and Wasilla is a sort of a libertarian pocket in a very libertarian state. This is Wasilla's sports complex. It was Sarah Palin's biggest accomplishment as mayor, and I think the construction cost like $15 million. It was met with some controversy. It left the city with a lot of debt, and its annual budget continues to be subsidized. Just after I took this photograph, two toughs in a pickup sort of drove after me and demanded to know what I was taking a picture of and told me to fuck off. This is a local business also on the north side of town. When Palin was running for mayor, she ran on this platform of, quote, fresh ideas and energy, and while Wasilla has grown, it isn't exactly an incubator of the new economy. This is Wasilla City Hall. You know, when you hear John McCain refer to Sarah Palin's executive experience, this is the building where she got most of it. You know, when I look at this picture, I sometimes think about the vice presidents we've had before. You know, like Dick Cheney was a congressman and a secretary of defense and a White House chief of staff. And Al Gore was a senator and a congressman. And George Bush had 2 terms in Congress and was ambassador to the UN and China and head of the CIA. Sarah Palin got her first passport in 2007. So that's my tour of Wasilla. If people's dreams here come true, it will someday be the Crawford, Texas of the North. For Slate V, I'm Alex Sheshanoff.